Hello guys, and welcome back to another rig rundown brought to you by Bendix. Now stick around to the end of the episode to find out how to win your very own ultimate brake upgrade kit. Now behind me is a car that probably needs no introduction. You could see Ashton is polishing it. This thing is an absolute gem. The boys froth it, and the last 2 years, massive labour of love. The most engineering, the most customization, anything I've ever seen in a car for a long time. It puts my builds to shame. And I've been super excited and keen to get on this. The stars have aligned, our schedules have come together. We are here with the car and the boys. Let's hook straight into it and check out the FJ49. Alrighty, well, we're here. This has been a long time coming. You guys have had this car finished for a while now.
Yeah, it's been about 6 months or so.
Yeah, and you've done a few trips, but we're finally able to make our schedules line up to film this car.
Yeah.
So, because they unveiled this at the Brisbane show, which was a few months ago.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, so it's been out for a while, and I guess you just want to dive right into it. The whole build is on YouTube, so you can check that out. I'll link it down below. But let's go through everything you've done. Tell us firstly, I guess, what the car is originally. You bought it stock as a rock, and it just blew up from there. Yeah,
so this car was a car that, well, it's a 1977 Toyota FJ45 Land Cruiser. It was a one-owner car from out west, and this guy, right before COVID, he bought the car and brought it to the Gold Coast. He owned it for a week. Then COVID happened, and then he freaked out and sold the car, and then I'm just the one who happened to purchase it. So it was the most clean, untouched FJ I've seen.
Just factory.
Yeah.
It wasn't too rusty or anything?
No, like, it was fine. There was no rust at all. Zero.
And you drove it like that because you just got your license.
Yeah.
You drove it like that for how long?
I had it like that for a month or so, just on like my L's, just driving it around here and there. So. And
then what was the inspiration? Like, why did you decide to do what you've done now?
So I am a big fan of keeping the same brand of engine inside of the same brand of car. I don't know why, that's just my thing. But I decided to do this whole conversion because everyone knows that the Chevy series platform is very reliable and... Hello, Chassis.
Oh no, we've got the dog in here.
Hello.
Chill out.
Nah. Chill out.
If we just ignore her, she'll probably just go away.
Yeah, she'll right. And there is a lot of aftermarket support for it and a lot of places where you can get parts. So I decided why not mix the whole running gear out of a 79 into a 45 series Land Cruiser.
So for the people who haven't seen the car, may not know, FJ49. So it's an FJ45 it was originally, and we put a 79 running gear in it. Now it's not what you think. It's not like chassis body on top. This is legit, still got the FJ chassis, and they've fully changed all the suspension and that. So that's why this is such a custom famous sort of car for that reason. It's just gone over and above. I feel like you've had a lot of scope creep, like the build just blew up.
Yeah, it did.
All right, I reckon we rip into this thing, go from start to finish. We'll start with the outside as we do, then go to interior, engine bay, all that kind of stuff. So, elephant in the room, there's a gigantic winch on the front of this thing.
Yeah, so it's a big worn 82 74. It's fast, it does clicks, it just looks cool, and it suits the whole front look of the car. I've got a bunch of room for it because it actually extends out.
So this bull bar is sweet too. Now there's a bit of history behind that. This is not being painted, it is exactly...
No, so this hasn't been clear coated or anything, so this will keep on evolving over time, but yeah, that hasn't been touched since it was bought.
Bit of original.
No, yeah, the FJ49 plates, which is honestly amazing. I was originally going to get EDU-45 and that just doesn't work. So anyway, FJ49 plates, so that's good.
The grille and everything's been set up pretty sweet. You've got some modern headlights but kept the old school grille, and that's original too, isn't it?
Yeah, so everything here is all original, all the old logos, all the old grills. It's got some truck light 8-inch lights, so those are actually out of big MI trucks, so they're all ADRA approved and all that, so.
All Dunskies. And the paint job, I mean, that is probably one of the big highlights of this whole car, because that's original, but the rest of the paint's been done with a gun, which is incredible because it's kind of got that patina old school look. That's what you were going for, right?
Yeah, it's all been done with paint, airbrush, like paper Scotch, bright, like every trick in the book. It's really cool seeing how they do this. But yeah, I didn't want anything basic.
Yeah,
so
it's a flat paint job.
Yeah.
We'll come around the side, keep looking here. I mean, the body on these have always had big flares, these type of cars.
Yeah, they have.
Don't look factory at all. So you've done something different here, widen it and everything.
Yeah, so they've been widened out to compensate for the wheel track, and I thought, while we have to remake the guards anyway, just wrap the whole car in bar work.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It's good because it like protects the car, but it also like ties in when you finish the guards and that.
Yeah, it's good.
Not going to be so flimsy. Like you've even run it up the top here. I mean, an old, was it 1970?
Evan.
Yeah, so the steel's not going to be amazing, so it probably...
Oh yeah, it's like a tin can, so that's why we got the exo cage on there. Yeah.
So that's a bit of protection. Also, where it's good, it gives you a roof rack, put stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue that along the bottom. That's all factory there.
Yep.
The side step.
Yep.
Obviously the whole cab's factory.
Yep.
And the tray too, is this the one off this car?
Yep.
So it's all original.
Yeah, so it's all original, just how it is.
The tray is very clean and simple. You've gone kind of for that minimal look.
Yeah, it doesn't need like a whole lot in it. It's just got all of the basic things that you need.
Because then you can just throw whatever in there, like swag,
yeah, exactly.
bikes, whatnot.
Yeah, like anything I really I needed to do with the car. So. And
just like the front, the interior of this, all that rustic look is original, but then around the outside, this has all been painted. And even this logo is sick.
Yeah, it's cool, eh?
Like this is the back. Come over with the tailgate. It is like
the back's cool.
Incredible the way they did Toyota. Like, I don't know. From a distance, it looks so sick, but then you come up close, you can tell they've used like a bit of paper there and like the technique's amazing. A bit of red.
And did it all back. Yeah, it's cool. It's very, very cool. Obviously, it's got a full custom bar, which ties in with all the rest of the bar work. Yeah, it's got a Anderson toe plug, everything usual,
And like even all the reflectors, because this thing's been fully engineered, which is kind of rare for my channel. A lot of these red rundowns, they go nuts. Spec and
this thing is completely engineered. A cop cannot touch me for anything.
I'm keen to drive it because it'll probably drive way better than anything else.
Oh, it drives really good.
Because it's had to pass those tests, braking, swerve, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it drives good.
The other side pretty much the same, eh?
Yeah, exactly the same.
Snorkel here. We'll have a look at that. You made all this, hey? It's so
yeah, so it's all Rob's the back TIG, which that's how I learned it to TIG, was on that
bit there.
Snorkel. It's got the custom FJ49 cap, which I've also turned into chains, which I wear on my neck every day, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
But yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just a custom airbox.
This is original or not?
Snorkel. No. I said that's like the airbox off of trucks once again, which I've turned into a
factory.
snorkel.
Are they outside the car like this? Or
no,
they're not.
No. But it's the look, that old. The old school look, and also there is no room in that engine bay to fit anything.
Well, speaking of engine bay, we might get Christian run through this bit. We'll have a look under there, and this is the main power plant, like an FJ40. What is it, VDJ?
Yeah, VDJ or 1VD or whatever you want to call it. So
jam the thing in there, but let's have a look.
Yeah, we'll see. Ready?
I don't know where. Oh, ready! Oh, look at that. Wait, let's go back down.
Okay.
I've noticed something. What are these? They look like a billet.
Oh yeah, these are from Walkaround Land Cruisers, which is a newer company which makes billet hood hinges and billet door hinges for the FJs, which we don't have the door hinges yet. We just got these, but they like
they're like the newest thing on this car.
Mint.
Right? All right, let's go up.
Okay, motor.
Stop, just sits back there.
Yeah, it just sits back in the X-ray.
It is very windy today.
Nah, that's fine.
Got a spare nut there in case you need it.
Oh, yep. Oh, that's the one off of your hinge, mate. There you go. Look at that.
All right, this thing is badass. So for a start, the VDJ motors are reliable.
Yeah.
Gangster engines out of 79. So where did you find this motor?
So we found this motor out of a ex-mining 79 single cab that has been rolled over.
Yep.
And then it got sent to a auction site, and we ended up picking the whole car up for $7,000, which normally just buying a VDJ from a wrecker is like 15-ish.
Yep. So that became like a donor car for a lot of other stuff on this.
So but it kind of we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with going with the X-Miner, because all the things that we thought that we were going to use we had to pull off because it was all like
fucked and rusty.
just fucked. So pretty much the only thing from the donor vehicle is the front diff housing and the engine block, pistons, rings. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Within everything else has been changed. So
what's been changed on the motor performance upgrade wise? Pretty standard, or?
Not much performance has been done yet. Only the intake.
Yep.
And big intercooler and radiator from PWR, and then just making it all look nice.
So this, I recognise it looks like it's off the Mega 6. Is that what was on there?
Yes, we first put one on it that was off the Mega 6 because Dad went to a full fancy thing.
Yep.
But we sent the car up to the boys at GSL a week ago, and they tidied up all the pipes, making it look brand new, because obviously back when we built the Mega 6, that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They've gotten a lot better with their welding, so they've got us all nice fancy like blues and golds and all that, and then they just tidied it all up with new lines, new hoses, and their new couch and can, which looks sick.
I'll let you run through some other stuff. There's so much I'm looking at that, I mean, none of this is factory. So what are some of the highlights in there? And what are some of the big jobs you did, which was a pain in the butt, but you managed to get it?
Probably the biggest job was cutting the firewall to get the motor and the box to fit. We had to cut so much out of the car and cut it so high, and we tried to get the engine as far back as we could. Yep. But that came in issues when we were trying to work around the back end of the motor, because you have no access to anything, and the motor is offset, I think 30 or 40 mil to the passenger side too.
Yep.
Just so just because it fits better that way, and probably fitting the turbo and doing all the turbo piping is an absolute pain, because with your normal V8 76, 79, it's just the independent line, and then it just comes out.
So it's got the factory exhaust headers into the turbo, but then from the turbo the dump's all custom.
So the exhaust is a 4-inch dump into 3-inch side exit, and we tried to go with both sides, but we didn't have the clearance for that, so we're just dumping off one side, which kind of sucks, but
and it does have aircon.
Yes,
that is amazing.
Yes,
a lot of cars don't have aircon. They're just like, it's not.
Nah. And this is cold as too, proper good aircon. What else can we talk about? We got RB breathers. We got a brake booster from your boys Bendix.
It's a new booster.
And all the brake lines are all custom made, because of course, the brakes were not meant to be this good in a 40 series. So that's all custom lines from a guy that is in the shed next to Patriot. And what else?
I mean, with this thing having breathers and everything, I just want to say this has been built to actually be used. You guys take this off-road, everything's been thought of, the snorkel, the breathers, it can go underwater. It's not just the show pony, like my 80 series. But you've done it properly. I mean, while we're in here talking driveline, the gearbox is still the manual.
But that's off a 2017 79 because the boys at GSL, they put a auto in a 70 series, so they had the manual box just sitting there, and the pre-DPF VDJs, which is what this one is, come with a shorter fifth gear. So we got the newer box with the taller fifth.
So it sits mint on the high.
No, it's fucking loves it.
All right, let's go inside this thing, because it is absolutely amazing in there.
Bitches.
Oh my God, we're inside this thing, and for a start, it is so comfy, seriously comfy. I mean, I've been in one of these funky old bush pigs before, but this is nothing like that. So I think what you've gone for here is proper, clean, modern interior, as nice as you can make it.
Ashton has a very big thing with making sure that his interiors are nice, and I have that same kind of bug. So we tried to make this feel like a brand new car, whilst the outside of the car looks and feels like an older car. So the whole interior of the car is painted in brand new beige, like the car came out in factory, to just make it tidy. And the Ashton chose this nice tan color for the seats, which
these actual seats fully custom made.
Yeah, so they're actually the factory driver and bench seat, but just with like little rods welded in, fully bolsters, and then just trimmed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can still smell the leather. Like, it's been on the road for a while. And it still smells new.
Yep.
Let's go for a bit from top to bottom.
Yep.
So this roof liner.
Yes. So
redone.
Yeah, we did this just because we wanted to put sound deadening in the roof, because these things sound like tin cans.
Yep.
And also this has the fiber optics headlining, so all the stars and that.
Yeah, that's it.
And
you've done little FJ.
Yeah, yeah, that worked better in our heads than what it does now. So we're going to try and change that later.
Pockets in that.
Yeah, pockets.
Tools radio.
GME XRS wouldn't go anywhere without that.
Yeah,
so
I use the same one.
just mental good.
Sick spot for it. Too.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Moving down, you got a bit of quad lock for your phone and that. These.
Yes. So these are the window defrost vents, which are factory, that we've plumbed into the aircon and the heated units. So these actually work, which is really
normally they just have
cool.
the air flowing through, but now they're like proper plumbed up.
Yeah, and you have 4 vents.
So this is part of that. Would you say it was like vintage air or something?
Yeah, it's like old air or vintage air, but the actual unit is called a cyclone unit. I know that.
So this looks kind of factory.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't.
No, that is the 79 dash out of the donut vehicle with a whole new bezel made, because it was easier and it looks better using the 79 dash with the whole 79 harness than it was to try and use the really FJ or a HAL Tech or
to even get that all working is like mind blowing.
And all of that works, including all the warning lights and all that too. Next, so all these plugs, switches are factory and they work for what they're intended for.
Hazard wipers. What's that one?
That's just a cigarette lighter for you to start. But yeah, there was like 6 of them all up in here, and and the previous owner plugged in a bunch more, but we just welded that all up, kept it clean, just kept the ones that you need. And then everything else, 12 volt you need, is on your TV MS.
That's amazing.
So that can
here down. Starts getting
wild. So
been redone.
Yeah. So this is made by our engineering team. All of this under panel, which ties into the transmissions tunnel.
So that's a boost gauge.
Yep. So that's a boost and EDU-T gauge there. You have your tow pro, and then your handies there.
Or handbrake.
Yeah.
And then the red vision.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool because it doesn't just do lights and shit. It's
it does
more than that.
It does everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So the underglow, the roof lights, the fridge, front and rear locker, lights on the front, rear lights, side lights, everything is offered there, and it tells you about all your charges and just like it's the ultimate self-performing car.
We'll get there are batteries on the tray which we'll get to, but behind the seat here, Ashton, you want to pull that? There is the rest of the electrical, and I think this is when I walked in, you boys. Flashback, I did help these boys pull the old motor out of the car. I remember that. And then I came back a few months later, and they were playing with this. And what's under these seats is pretty mind blowing. It's all done beautifully. The wiring. There's all your red arc gear. You've got your manager 30. You've got your red vision. Even a little inverter there, which is pretty cool.
So Ashton can make coffees, so like do his hair. All of that.
There's a pocket behind it. That's just unreal.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, and you have a ARB twin air compressor sitting under you, so that pumps up tires really fast. And I think
are the lockers air lockers or e-lockers?
E-lockers. So they're Harrop e-lockers,
Sweet.
And they're great.
Missed anything in here, Ashton? It's cool little
badge
holders everywhere.
So that's just a little bit of aircon stuff, and then your fuse box under here. You have another one of those Shooper badges, the original gear shifter, because it used to be a 4-speed. How good is that? So all these shift patterns are obviously different.
There's even
and then just tons of room. That's about it for the interior.
Underneath the car, which is the absolute engineering marvel.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
It's my turn to talk again.
One take again, mate.
All right, here we go. The last bit of the walk around is underneath the cars, the stuff you can't see, but honestly, it's where the most engineering has happened. It's
a lot.
So before we get into diffs and that, the general overall lift, wheels and tires, where's it all sitting at?
So it's on a 2-inch lift all the way round, which is all this thing needs. It looks good in my opinion.
Good,
It's got some P-Course 17-inch wheels, neg 25 offset.
Yep.
And then some 33-inch BFG.
Which was harder, do you reckon, the front or the rear?
Rear.
Rear was harder.
Rear, because we had it up all good, and then we loaded it up for the GVM test, and it sagged down way too much, so we had to change like the hangers and all that in the rear. But anyway, I'll talk about that when we get to it.
Right, yeah. So you're saying this actual housing was out of the donor car?
Yeah. So we got a new a diff housing that wasn't so old and rusted, and we went and painted it and did all that and went to reassemble it, and it was a factory diff lock diff, so it didn't work, and we had everything all assembled and it was mint. It looked beautiful, and then we went on to put the center in and nope, did not work. So so that is the original diff housing.
So how'd you do all this? So they were leaf front end as a factory FJ, and you had to like weld on these. Are these custom made, or are they cut off the other car, or?
No, so that's all custom. I made. We have a engineer at Patriot who used to work for VH cars, so he knows all about suspension geometries, weights, and all that. So he set up all that perfect, and it all just went together just like a Lego set.
Yeah, so
it's good.
Converted to cores on the front. So what are the shocks and springs in there?
So it's got PSR front Alexi coils, Ironman foam cell Pro shocks.
Yep. And all the arms and that.
So J-Max 2-inch their chassis.
Sit down.
Sit.
Another show. What have you been doing and stuff?
Yeah, it's got J-Max 2-inch caster corrected arms in it. A big Whaler, which is powder coated red because it looks cool, because red is fast.
That's the only bit of color on there. It's kind of cool. It stands out.
Yeah, it's like just like a little bit of accent. It matches all of like the lights and all that. It's got obviously the Harrop A-locker, which Christian talked about, and the ARB diff breather. I learned how to rebuild these diffs myself. Chassis are getting a bit towy,
Right, now the back end. Now you're saying this was a bit more of a headache, is that because you had to redo it a couple of times?
So we wanted to keep the whole 79 driveline thing a 79 driveline. That's why it doesn't have coils in the rear. It would have been easier. It would have been way easier because we had to change like the leafs so many times because it didn't work.
So why don't you go coil? Is it again just to keep it factory-ish in that sense, or is it more?
Yeah, it was just to keep it a full 79 series drive train in a 45.
Would you ever change it to coil later?
Yes, hell yes. The ass is so stiff. Leafs are for comfort, all right, kids? Leafs are for comfort. Yes, they are.
Coils are for comfort.
No.
Leafs are for weight bearing.
Flexo for sure. Leafs do flex really good. Yeah.
Well, talking of weight, it's got decent GVM too.
So it's got some 500 kilo constant leaves in it, so that's why it's so stiff. But it can haul a lot of load. And talking about weight, this thing weighs 2.5 tons, which is the exact same as a stock shingle cab 79. And so it's the exact same with all of the bar work and wheels and tires and all that. So like it's very light, which I'm very happy with.
So all the arms and that, who's done all that? Is this sort of a, what diff is it? Is this a J-Max diff?
Yeah, so it's a J-Max caster corrected diff with their chrome ollie axle, so hopefully I don't snap an axle, we'll see, because the original
You've done a skid already, we've seen that.
Yeah, we have. It's been good, but the original 79 axles are made out of toothpicks, so and the
held up good.
Clutches are made out of paper plates, but anyway.
Covered most of it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuel tanks,
it's got 2 custom tanks. It holds 200 litres of diesel. Yeah, the front's 80, the rear's 120. I have never run out of diesel. Takes me like a month to run out. It's it's crazy. It's got two Mega Life lithiums in it. One does run the whole 12 volt setup, and one does run the whole car. So either way, it doesn't affect the other. I see if I leave a light on at night, in like the morning, I can still start the car, which is always good. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, I hope we've covered it all for you guys. I mean, this is an insane build. And like I said, if there's stuff you've missed, there is a ton of episodes on their channel on this. I feel like when I watch this back, I'll be like, man, I missed that. And you'll probably feel the same, because there's literally so much on this car. If you do want to see it in person, it'll probably at a few shows coming up. You guys try and get it to as many events as you can, which is awesome. But we need to keep moving with this episode, because there's a lot to cover. We've seen the car. I want to take this thing for a drive now, see how it feels.
Absolutely.
And then we've got the 4 challenges, which would be pretty sick to see.
It should be good, eh? Yeah. I'm keen.
Let's go for a drive.
I can see one thing that you boys missed. You got the Max Trax X.
I was going to mention that. Go. But the colour of the Max Trax.
Yeah, good job, Sam.
Is that a custom colour?
No, it's not. It's just normal. That's just normal ass Max Trax, man.
Nah, bro. But they're like not orange.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you can get them in like 15 different
So this
colours.
is the colour they do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just do that as a colour, and it seemed to match perfectly. So there we go.
We're away. We're going. Oh, I see what you mean. The driving position isn't great.
Yeah.
So it felt good when you're sitting there, but the steering wheel's too close, you're too high. It is comfy, but it could be better, could be better.
Pedals, I need a bit of work.
Oh, yep. Loves it.
Tight. We're going for we don't have KFC in my town. I'll have to go to Macca's or something.
Yeah.
This thing is sick.
Oh, you're one of those guys, aren't you?
Yeah. Open fish, man.
Let's go.
Go on, give us some.
Too scared to give it some.
Give it some.
Woo! Feels so 79. Yeah. Just sounds wrong coming out of this car.
I know, eh? It's so weird.
Nah, I agree. The seating position can be improved.
Yeah.
Your feet are like, you're up here on your toes.
Yeah,
and
I know.
shit. You can't see. If you're lower, a bit more back, you bin.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this thing's sick. Could do with some more power though.
Yeah.
Go and get a bigger turbo. All the goods.
Factory injected, so it's not pumping more.
Yeah.
So it can only go up.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's nice and reliable.
Yeah.
Feels good though. I mean, it's not as stiff as you were saying. You're like, oh, the back's fucked. But like, it's smooth.
Yeah, it's not that
my
bad.
My control's stiffer than this, bro. Like, honestly.
Mine's soft shit.
I'm real scared, because this thing is worth like, probably like well over $250,000.
Yeah, a little bit.
Too scared to crash it.
We actually don't know exactly.
I mean, it's infinite hours of labour. Like, you can put a number on the parts, but to build this thing, it'd just be hours and hours. So nice. You would never get sick of that.
Oh no.
Macca's.
Just the sound of coming out of these snorkel is so good.
Yeah. So now the decision is, we got 4 challenges.
Yeah.
Who's doing what? We got a sprint, comfort, flex, and economy. Now economy, we can just work that out.
Yeah.
Flex is simple. So who's doing the sprint? Who's going to do the comfort challenge with the bumps?
I'll do the for Ren, because I know that he'll.
Wait, who's the faster driver at Fink? You.
Neither of us.
Ash
This year we failed.
Oh
that,
yeah, we failed that real well.
Ashton's a bit more loose. You're a bit more on a lead foot.
Yeah.
And then you do the comfort. Just keep that thing smooth.
Smooth in.
All right, let's do it.
But first, got
Macca's. We've got to go.
A double cheeseburger and a Philadelphia cheeseburger.
Alrighty, we got the flex challenge coming up. Right, flex challenge now. It's a 79 underneath, so it's probably going to flex like a 79, you reckon?
Yep.
Got some high expectations?
I'm going to guess a solid 300.
350. That's, come on, give it some love.
Like 400 maybe?
400.
Yep.
Oh my God, it's off the ground already. That's it.
Yeah, it's a 79, mate.
You got nothing, mate.
You gotta get some coils on the back of that thing.
Huh?
Gotta get some coils on the back of that thing. Here we go. What do we got? a mind-blowing, what'd you say?
I said 3.
Nah, that's like 440, bro.
440?
440 is good.
Fucking, I would have read.
It won't be on the leaderboard at all, but that's good.
And do you get a award for like the least amount of?
Nah, you just get an award for the coolest car, I think. It's one of my favorites on this whole Rig Rundown series. The paint, the engineering, everything. But you lose on flex. You gotta lose something, all right?
Yeah, gotta lose something.
All right, this is my favorite challenge.
This is
the one. We should just stick it here.
Challenge for the F. Oh yeah, true.
All right, the water on the bottom.
That.
I don't know if this is gonna work because your paint's kind of matte. Is it gonna stick? Oh, it does. It's clear coated, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah.
Well, let's angle that back. Let's get strategic. Yeah. Oh, we might need Juzzy's beer to top her up. We're on. Do you want to top it up with something?
Science.
Science, bitch. All right, this is the comfort challenge, of course. So we don't have a proper off-road area because we're at home. I'm having a bit of a housewarming today. So we can't go too far from home, but the driveway is kind of bumpy. What we're gonna do is fly down, make them do a U-turn, which is a new thing, which could make some water come out, and then fly back up here and stop up here. Maybe we'll go to the top. Okay. And then that should be enough of a rough, you just gotta floor it. Okay. Just send her. Come off your neck.
A little bit of beer, really?
What if it's the worst economy? It's not comfy, it's not fast, and it doesn't flex. Is it still cool?
All right, it's not a timing thing, so we'll let him go, and you just have to try and catch him on camera.
So, am I going fast, or am I just
fast as you can?
Yeah, as fast as you. Fuck. Yeah.
Just don't go off the edge.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. What the soot? Let's go up here. Looks sick. Dude, that's bad. It's bad.
I was giving it no.
Yeah, you were driving hard. I think that was a perfect little course. What do you call that? That's like 60%, or is it a 5?
No, that's like
65, yeah.
65%. It smells like beer.
Is that bad? That was actually fun.
65%. Now, unfortunately, like we said, we can't go too far from home, so I'm going to leave it up to the boys to do the sprint challenge, which we normally do at the start. But I'm going to leave that to you guys. And also, they're going to message me the economy, because when they left to come here, they filled the tank to the brim, done some driving here, and as you head back, fill up again, top it up, tell me the economy, and then we'll get some footage off you guys, 100-meter sprint, just start to finish, and we'll see what she does. And then to the leaderboard, to see what she does. All right guys, welcome to the Bendix Rig Rundown leaderboard. Now, talking about the Bendix at the start of the episode, we had the giveaway happening. So to win the ultimate brake upgrade kit from Bendix for your four-wheel drive, head over to my Instagram and find the photo of the FJ, and there'll be the details of how to enter below. You simply just follow the Bendix Instagram page and drop a comment on that photo to enter, and I'll be drawing a winner at random a week after that. Talking about giveaways, we've got that massive GU Patrol giveaway happening at the moment. So if you want to win the car, for this week only, we are opening the full website. So no matter what shirt or hoodie or anything you purchase on the website, it'll get a specific amount of entries. Normally you have to get the limited edition Patrol shirt or sticker pack, but for this week only, the full website is open for the giveaway. So if you want to head out and grab any of the winter merch or summer collection, definitely go and do that this week. Let's get onto this leaderboard. Now, unfortunately, I got a little message from the boys, and they had a bit of dramas with the car driving home. So, due to the time constraints and getting the car sorted and back on the road, they weren't able to do the sprint challenge or the economy. So what we're gonna do is get the boys to film that, and we'll put the results on my Instagram in the coming weeks when the car's back on the road, and we'll get those times sorted. I'll put a little video together for that, so stay tuned for that. But of course, we still had the Flex and Comfort Challenge. So the Flex ended up being 440 millimeters, which of course wasn't enough to get on the leaderboard. It does flex like a 79. It's still got leafs in the back. The boys might change it to coils sooner on. And then we also had the Comfort at 65%, which was also another terrible result. So let's hope the boys can drag something together with the Sprint and Economy Challenge and maybe get themselves on the board there. But nevertheless, this has still been my most favorite car filmed on the Rig Rundown series on this channel. It has been the most custom four-wheel drive we've had on the channel, and the way it's been finished off has just been second to none. So thanks for watching this Rig Rundown series, guys. Stay tuned on Instagram for the results of the boys come back with, and to enter the Bendix giveaway and the Patrol giveaway. Get amongst this. We'll see you next time. Hello guys, and welcome to Built Not Bought HQ. Make sure to click on the far left to subscribe to the channel. Click down below to see the latest episode if you missed it, and don't forget our merchandise on our website. See you in the next episode.